Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, your go-to podcast for engaging and informative educational content. We know how essential it is to grasp economic concepts, especially when it comes to making informed decisions in our daily lives. If you enjoy clear, accessible insights on complex topics, don't forget to subscribe for more weekly lessons that spark your curiosity and build your knowledge. Have you ever stopped to think about why the exact same product can have such varying prices at different stores? Imagine you're at a concert and you're thirsty. You go to buy a bottle of water. At the grocery store, it might cost $1, but at the concert, it could be $5. What gives? Understanding why identical items can have different prices is a fundamental part of economics and consumer behavior. Let's explore some of the key factors that contribute to these price differences. First, let's discuss branding. Branding plays a crucial role in how we perceive everything around us, including the products we buy. Take athletic shoes, for example. A pair of shoes might be offered by a generic brand for $40, but the same style and quality under a famous designer label could go for up to $200. The shoes could very well be made in the same factory with the same materials, yet the brand name adds a layer of perceived value. This is because brands create emotional connections. We often see them as status symbols that foster trust and desirability because of their marketing strategies. Brands invest heavily in advertising, aiming to convince consumers that they are purchasing something superior. When you pay for a brand name, it's essential to consider whether you're paying for actual quality or simply for the label. This brings us to our next factor: convenience and location. Have you ever noticed how much more you pay for a snack at a convenience store versus a supermarket? That price difference often boils down to convenience. If you're at a concert or an airport, you can't simply walk down the street to another store. Businesses capitalize on this situation by charging what's known as a convenience premium. They're offering you immediate access to items when you need them, saving you time and effort. This pricing strategy can also be seen when comparing convenience stores and larger supermarkets. You'll pay a little more for the convenience of quick shopping, but understanding when it's worth it can save you money. Another important factor in pricing is scarcity. When a product is limited in quantity or only available for a short period, its price can surge dramatically. Consider the example of limited edition sneakers that sell out almost instantly. They might go for significantly higher prices on resale websites, despite being identical to a more common pair of shoes. This is a prime illustration of the concept of supply and demand. When demand exceeds supply, prices increase. Scarcity can be natural, such as rare gemstones in certain collectibles, or artificial, with companies purposely producing limited quantities to create a sense of exclusivity. Grasping the concept of scarcity helps clarify why some things cost so much more, even when they seem alike in quality and design. Next up, let's explore how marketing and psychological pricing strategies play into this dynamic. Companies often use clever pricing techniques to make their products feel more appealing to buyers. You've likely seen that many items are priced at $29.99 instead of $30. This is called charm pricing. It works because our brains tend to focus on the leftmost digit, so $29.99 feels significantly cheaper than $30 even though it's a mere 1 cent difference. Other strategies include prestige pricing, where high prices are associated with quality and exclusivity. By setting high original prices, companies can make a sale price seem like a great deal due to price anchoring. These factors highlight how our perceptions of value can be influenced by the way prices are presented. Then, we have demand-based pricing. Different customers are willing to pay different prices based on urgency and need. Airlines, for instance, charge various prices for the same seat. A business traveler might need to fly on short notice and be willing to pay more, while leisure travelers often book well in advance, seeking the best deals. This is the essence of dynamic pricing, which varies based on consumer demand and timing. Understanding how demand influences pricing can help you plan your purchases strategically and avoid paying inflated prices for products that are otherwise identical. In addition to consumer behavior, the structure of costs can also cause price variations. For instance, a small local convenience store pays higher rent and operates at lower volume than a bigger supermarket. As a result, their prices can be higher due to these operational costs. This phenomenon is known as economies of scale. Larger businesses can spread fixed costs over many units, resulting in lower price per item. Online retailers often experience this too, as they tend to have reduced overhead costs compared to traditional brick-and-mortar stores. Recognizing these cost differences sheds light on price discrepancies that don't merely stem from marketing tactics but from genuine business expenses. Lastly, let's delve into the idea of perception versus actual quality. You might find yourself wondering why a product in a high-end store costs more than the same item in a discount shop. Often, this has to do with how consumers perceive quality. A premium package can lead to the idea that the product is superior, and consumers are usually inclined to believe that a higher price indicates better quality. This creates a unique opportunity for manufacturers to sell the same product through various channels at different prices, which is known as price discrimination by perception. The takeaway here is to examine more than just the price tag and packaging. You should evaluate the actual quality and avoid assuming that a higher cost guarantees better performance. Now that we've explored these concepts, it's clear that understanding why identical items have different prices can empower you as a consumer. It allows you to be more savvy in making your purchasing decisions. Price comparison is an essential tool when saving money, but it requires you to look beyond just the number on the tag. Consider the context, whether you're paying for convenience, branding, scarcity, or potentially inflated perception. Assess whether buying in bulk or shopping online could save you money, and consider the reasons behind price differences. Remember, these variations are not random, they reflect real and perceived differences in value, cost, convenience, and demand. By understanding these influencing factors, you can ensure that you don't overpay for identical items and make your money work better for you. Today, we unpacked several factors contributing to why identical items can have varying prices, including branding, convenience, scarcity, marketing psychology, demand-based pricing, cost structures, and perceived quality. Each of these elements gives you the tools needed to become a more informed consumer. Understanding these concepts will aid your purchasing decisions and allow you to save money while maximizing value. Thank you for tuning in to Spelling Bee Ninja. We hope this lesson has deepened your understanding of economics and has empowered you to navigate price differences like a pro. Don't forget to subscribe for more educational content that helps make complex topics accessible and engaging. Join us again soon for another insightful lesson.